Ramakrishna, now the reason why I asked you is, no, I know these places. I've been to Mumbai, okay?
Yeah.
But I wanted to know whether you could be able to tell me what are the things that I should look forward to if I had never been there. Okay. Basically, what happens is I ask a lot of people this question because some people, if they're from Hyderabad, they will tell me go to this museum, go to that Red Fort, go to Golconda Fort, okay, go to this place, that place. But they will not tell me what is it that I should look forward to if I'm going to a new area. That is important. A little bit of briefing is important. Okay. So once you started with Gateway of India, you told me that it is a gateway that has been constructed by the British when they were residing in Mumbai, right? Then you told me just next to it is a Taj Hotel. It is one of the five-star hotels. Beautiful architecture. You can have a look at there as well. Then there is a beach. Then you talked about how beach makes you feel, right? How the ocean makes you feel, which is very good. So you talked about the ocean. They always it really never takes anything from you, or whatever you throw, it comes back to you. So I feel like it is it is good that I'm able to express myself there. I feel very calm and serene. Okay. Now the word serene is not used when you're in a state of mind. Okay. So you can either say I am calm and composed. I feel calm and composed. Okay.
Okay.
Really, is sort of a word which is used for probably like a very good view, a peaceful view. That is when you say, the view is serene. Okay. You cannot use that particular word for the peace of, or for the state of mind that you're in. So you can say that, when I'm nearby to the sea or to the ocean, I feel like I am calm and composed. Okay. I feel cathartic is another word that you can use. It's a beautiful word. Okay, Ramakrishna. Now, the problem with you, not the problem, but I would like to say now the challenge for you is not to be able to speak well in English. You're already very articulate. Okay. I'll give it to you. Okay. You are just somebody who's very confident with your speech. And that has happened because, you have this motivation that you want to do better, right? You want to become an effective communicator. But let me tell you that there will be a lot of other effective communicators as well. Now, how are you going to stand out? Okay. That will be a challenge. And with the only way to actually stand out will be your vocabulary now. Because once you start having vocabulary, when you have good words with you, okay, that is power. That's another level of high when start speaking.
Yeah, I'm
That is
just trying to bite that bullet, man. Yeah.
a,
Yeah, good morning, man.
a really good first session together, right?
Yes, ma'am. This is our first session together, ma'am.
Okay, so welcome to my session. And before we commence with this particular session, I would just like to introduce myself. My name is Shodan Lama, and I'm from Darjeeling. And I've been an English language enthusiast all my life, and I'm into public speaking for more than 2 years. Can I please have your brief introduction?
Yeah, actually, my name is Ramkrishna Pattan, and I'm working as a security guard nearby Mumbai. And right now, I have just come to my village. I have some important work, and I have just increased my stay here. And I'm just trying to master this language so that I can just switch my profession and can get a good job and package. That is my small introduction.
Okay. Right. So, Ramakrishna, I want to know what kind of a degree have you done? Like, what is your education qualification like?
Actually, I'm a graduate, but it's a long, long back. Right now, I'm 40 years old, and 20 years back, I have done my graduation now. Right? That is not important right now because as I'm working, I'm doing the job out of compulsion now. Okay. So yeah, very quickly, I would like to just switch, and I'm trying to because I had the fear of English for so long, that hesitation, and I have dealt for so long. I didn't get that environment, but nowadays because the online community and English Shari, it is providing lots of help and support, and because of that, I'm trying to grow as quickly as possible.
That's amazing. And you already are a very good communicator. And that is something that I can tell you from the very get-go. Anyway, so you're in your village at the moment, but you live in Mumbai, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Nearby
Oh,
Mumbai, not in Mumbai. Yeah, it's 1 hour from Mumbai. Yeah.
oh, okay, right. And okay, Ramakrishna, usually I'm sure you know by now that in a particular English Shari session, right, we stick to a session note and a particular topic, right, and we try to have a discussion over it. But today, because it is our first session, I would just like to I would just like to get to know you more of an icebreaker session, so that I can. Yes.
But I have already just gone through the notes and all, ma'am. Yeah, you can ask me those questions as well. Okay, because what is happening? No, this is my I think eighth session, and every time I'm just trying to book the same tutor, it's not possible because they are already booked and they are not available. So because of that, I want to discuss the topic. Okay, whatever this the notes provided to me right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We will get in. We'll get to that. But I would like to ask you, Ramakrishna, what sort of work are you looking for? Like, what kind of job do you want to, change? And what
Yeah,
kind of
you see, actually, if I have a good command on English, then I can become a good supervisor. Okay, right now I'm working as a guard, and after becoming supervisor, I can become an area manager as well. Or there are some hotels where I can work as a manager as well. Okay, where I can serve the guests as well. Okay, if I have a good command on English, because lots of foreigners do visit those hotels, and and the English is a good global language, and it will be an added advantage for me. Even in future, if I don't get these kinds of jobs, I can become a tutor as well now.
Yeah,
So that is what I just think.
yeah. And I think your confidence is fantastic. Okay. And you're a very articulate speaker also. So that is something that we look forward to in a good communicator. What happens is a lot of people, they speak in English, okay, but sometimes they have problem articulating their thoughts. So in order to become a good communicator, and specifically because I have been in public domain for I mean like public speaking domain for more than 2 years, I think I'm going to by the end of October, I mean, by the beginning of October, I'm going to complete 3 years in this particular field. And I've seen a lot of people who are not articulate enough. Okay, they know how to speak English, but sometimes articulation is what is very important.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am, I'm learning. Actually, this is my eighth session, and in every session, the tutor is just giving me some feedback, and I'm trying to implement those feedback on daily basis. Earlier I used to speak really fast, and one of the tutors she told me that you must decrease your pace, and then you'll become a more effective speaker. Actually, it's I'm not habitual to speak this slowly, but I'm trying to manage it right now because because when I just speak really fast, no, at that point of time I make very less mistake, but I add more fillers into that, like okay, right, and while just speaking slowly, I have to think a lot. I have to take a pause, but sometimes I use a filler like that kind of thing. But I'm just trying to learn that, man.
No, basically what happens is, no, we do realize that they are inevitable. Okay, sometimes even with the most prolific speakers, no, that you might see on screen, they will have this some sort of problems. Okay, but these are very minor problems that you shouldn't be really concerned about. The first is definitely is going to be your vocabulary. Okay, the second, the most important thing, first is definitely your articulation. First of all, okay, what you are thinking, that should be able to translate in your speeches, and that you have in plenty. Okay, now next challenge for you would be to learn more vocabulary. And that is how you can set up yourself apart from the people who speak in English well. Yeah, because you're already okay. Um, that's why we need to focus on our vocabulary also, right? So we can do that. Not a problem. And I am quite sure that you are going to get what you want to do because your English is very good. Okay,
Yeah.
let me
Thank you, ma'am.
just
Thanks for all your compliments.
Yeah, let me just dive into this particular topic then, okay, straight away. Sales and closing deals, okay? Mm. How do you feel when a salesperson approaches you while you're browsing in a store? Do you prefer being approached or left alone to explore?
Yeah, sometimes, okay, if I'm just curious or I'm confused while just buying the product, then I think that I need their support. I need their help. Okay, they just come and just help me. Actually, they must understand my body language or understand the customer's body language, that what they want. Are they confused or they need help, right? At that point of time, if they approach us, then I always welcome. But if they just continuously follow us to tell me that you can buy this shirt, it will cost you 500 rupees, and like that. So I think I won't like that kind of approach. I would like to be left alone, man. Yeah, that is what I just think. Otherwise, it feels really irritating. And sometimes we just few days back only I had gone to buy some few clothes, and that salesperson, that lady, she was continuously following us, and she was just telling us, yeah, this costs this much and this. That feels really irritating. Right? It feels like that they are judging us. Okay, depending on our clothes or depending on our behavior. Yeah. So yeah, I think that at that point of time, okay, they must leave us alone.
Yeah. I think I'm on the same boat with you in this particular regard, because when we're going to shop something, right? I think it's very important that we take our own sweet time to buy something, right? And these kind of people, they kind of force us or probably coax us to, try something else, which we don't want to actually at the moment, right? And they try to intervene, which could be a little bit annoying. I think their job is just to address if there is any query that we have, or if there is any help that we want, but not at the same time follow us and try to convince us to buy something that we're not really intending to buy.
Yeah, actually, they are also doing their job. Whatever the seniors have told them to do, they are actually doing that, because nowadays everything is monitored, right? The CCTVs are available everywhere, and their seniors are also tracking them, what they are doing, are they helping the customers or not? Yeah, they are doing their job. We can't blame them also, but they must understand our privacy as well, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's very important. Okay. But before, I feel like, I want to know, okay, because you've already seen the session notes and probably must have made or framed a certain kind of answers, okay? Let me ask you some impromptu questions also, just out of the box questions, okay, for you? Okay. Now, Ramakrishna, because you live in a place which is nearby Mumbai, I'm sure you visited Mumbai many times, right? Uh, for somebody who has never visited Mumbai, what are the kind of places do you want that particular tourist to visit, and why?
There is the Taj Mahal Hotel, and that is also quite famous. And that is one of the beautiful place you can visit. And there is another place called Juhu Beach, where you can have time with your friends and relatives. People early in the morning, they just go for jogging, they do exercise. Some people try to meditate, okay, in that that cool breeze. And some people, some children, okay, they enjoy just digging, playing through the sands, and they create castles over there. And they have really fun. Even in my childhood, I used to visit those beaches with my family and friends. And I had I enjoyed a lot. And just sitting, just observing those waves, just moving back and forth. Okay, it's like a pleasure. Sometimes I feel like that ocean is my friend. I just keep on talking. Sometimes I share, because I feel really calm and soothing at that point of time, and it gives me more energy, because that ocean, okay, whatever it just takes it just gives us back, right? It doesn't take all those garbage, okay, inside. So it similarly, it just tells me that you also behave like that only. Don't take all the garbage inside, just throw it out, okay, and just keep yourself calm and serene, or just you can be that means in silence you can be a really strong person, right? And there are a few more places, like Hanging Garden is there, where we used to play, right? There is a small, I think not small, there is a huge boot made up of concrete. It looks like a shoe, okay, and inside there, inside there are some steps. We used to go up and down. I don't know nowadays. I have not visited that place, so I think these are some places. Okay, I would definitely tell everyone to visit right now. And Chowpatty, no, Chowpatty, I have already just told that. And yeah, there's a Queen's Necklace, a Marine Drive. Yeah, it is quite popular, right? It's famous. Yeah, and people just sit there together. They enjoy, they have fun, okay, in the evening. And they spend a really good time. And during 31st, okay, even I had also once gone there, okay, to see the kind of crowd, okay, what do they do, okay, to welcome the 31st. Actually, it was really good. It was a chilly night, And some people they have so many people had gathered over there to celebrate the 31st, and they welcomed using some gas balloons, or some people were just holding the helium balloons, and everyone were just left those balloons in the air. Everyone started shouting, celebrating, and somebody had brought those party poppers, and that is how everyone just wished just Happy New Year to everyone, and that was a really beautiful night, I must say. So these are some of the places in Mumbai I would definitely like people to visit.
Hmm. Okay. That was a quite elaborate answer. Ramakrishna, now the reason why I asked you is, no, I know these places. I've been to Mumbai. Okay.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know whether you could be able to tell me what are the things that I should look forward to if I had never been there. Okay. Basically, what happens is I ask a lot of people this question because some people, if they're from Hyderabad, they will tell me, go to this museum, go to that Red Fort, like, go to Golconda Fort, okay, go to this place, that place, but they will not tell me what is it that I should look forward to if I'm going to a new area. That is important. A little bit of briefing is important, okay. So once you started with Gateway of India, you told me that it is a gateway that has been constructed by the British when they were residing in Mumbai, right? Then you told me just next to it is a Taj Hotel. It is one of the five-star hotels. Beautiful architecture. You can have a look at there as well. Then there is a beach. Then you talked about how beach makes you feel, right? How the ocean makes you feel, which is very good. So you talked about, the ocean. They always, it really never takes anything from you, or whatever you throw, it comes back to you. So I feel like, it is it is good that I'm able to express myself there. I feel very calm and serene. Okay. Now the word serene is not used when you're in a state of mind. Okay. So you can either say, I'm calm and composed. I feel calm and composed. Okay.
Okay.
Really, it's sort of a word which is used for probably like a very good view, a peaceful view. That is when you say, the view is serene. Okay. You cannot use that particular word for the peace of, or for the state of mind that you're in. So you can say that, when I'm nearby to the sea or to the ocean, I feel like I am calm and composed. Okay. I feel cathartic is another word that you can use. It's a beautiful word. Okay. Have you heard this?
Can you spell that word? Kapati?
I'm going to give it to you in the cathartic. Okay. Cathartic means liberating. It means therapeutic. Okay. Whatever you're feeling at that time, no, you feel relaxed when you're there. Okay. It could be by doing, just by cooking. It could be by listening to music. People, they tend to relax doing a lot of things, right? For you, it is just sitting next to the ocean or next to the sea. So it can be cathartic. Okay. Liberating. Okay. So, and calm and composed, not calm and serene. Okay, not inappropriate used here. Okay. I definitely think, Ramakrishna, that you need to still work on your pace. Okay, what happens is, no, because you want to become an effective communicator, it is not only about communication, how well you communicate sometimes. Okay, it is about how the others also are able to receive that kind of information that you're giving them. Sometimes what happens is when you are speaking very fast, okay, then it might just come to the other person that oh, then it'll become very difficult for him to register whatever you are saying. So say it in a more softer, in a slower voice, okay? So that they will also be able to grasp, okay? And that
Yeah, actually, what happened? Actually, I had prepared this topic, and suddenly you have this throw a bouncer at me, and suddenly, I just became quite nervous. That's why I just went to my actual habitual mode of just speaking at a higher pace, I must say, and that's why I was just trying to speak slowly, but actually, you disturbed me. I must say that.
Yeah, no, but that's like quite intentional, because what happens is, no, because somebody who is as enthusiastic as you, right, who wants to learn a lot of things, will do their homework and come to me, right? You will look at your session notes. You might just think, okay, I'm going to say this, okay, but I don't want to do that, because when you want to become an effective communicator, it means any topic which is thrown at you, impromptu, you should be able to speak well on that particular
Yeah.
topic. That is the challenge here. Okay, the challenge here is not to come up with an already framed answer and then to deliver. Okay, so that is the challenge. You know what, Ram?
Yeah, but see, I would like to just intervene you or interrupt you. what happens? Suppose session notes are given, and if I don't go through the notes, okay, then also it becomes quite challenging for the tutor as well. Okay, because they think that okay, already the notes have been provided, and this guy has not gone through the notes and he has not prepared. At least he should have given some time. Okay, yeah, that is also I feel, and I'm a YouTuber as well. And suppose if I just keep on getting stuck at every now and then, okay, then that is not I think my viewers won't like that, okay, because they will think that he's not a good speaker, and yeah, that is also issue. So that is why I just prepare myself so that
Mm.
I can present myself better.
Okay, right. How many subscribers do you have then?
Actually, I have only 83 subscribers right now. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm just taking a lot of breaks because of my job and because of my family problems. I'm not able to make regular videos, but nowadays I'm just trying to upload them regularly.
Right. Okay. So, your YouTube channel is at a nascent stage, right? Do you
Yeah.
understand the meaning of nascent?
Uh, I think starting stage, I think you want to say.
Very at its inception. Okay, very like small, nascent age. Yes. So that is nascent. Okay, I'll give it to you in the word. So see, Ramakrishna, now the problem with you, not the problem, but I would like to say now the challenge for you is not to be able to speak well in English. You're already very articulate. Okay, I'll give it to you. Okay, you are just somebody who's very confident with your speech, and that has happened because you have this motivation that you want to do better, right? You want to become an effective communicator. But let me tell you that there will be a lot of other effective communicators as well. Now, how are you going to stand out? Okay, that will be a challenge. And with the only way to actually stand out will be your vocabulary now. Because once you start having vocabulary, when you have good words with you, okay, that is power. That's another level of high when you start speaking.
Yeah, I'm
That is
just trying to bite that bullet, man. Yeah, I'm just working on my vocab as well. But because some of the words, okay, while just see when I have conversation with my other co-learners, it becomes quite easy and natural to talk with them. But when I'm just talking with the tutor, some nervousness or some because of some hesitation, okay, I'm not able to use that kind of vocabulary sometimes. Yeah, it
Mhm.
happens with me lot of time.
Yeah. But you know what happens is, no, when we talk about vocabulary, I don't mean that you should be using all the sophisticated words all cramped up in one sentence. That is not we aspire to do. Okay. What we mean by we should have good ample amount of vocabulary is that if you're speaking for at least 4 to 5 lines or 6 lines, okay, then if you're able to give me two sophisticated words which are used first in the right context and second is impactful, then you become an effective communicator. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so that is the challenge. So that is the next sort of step that we need to cross. Okay, so we'll work on vocabulary also. Okay, we definitely, because I understand what you mean, and there are so many words that we might have in our mind, and when somebody else is able to use it, then you will understand. But you yourself have to also be able to use these kind of words. Okay, vocabulary is power. I always say this. Okay. But when it comes to grammatical errors, you're making none. So that is also very good. I cannot really pinpoint and tell you, this is the grammatical error that you've made. So you don't have to really work with your past tense. You don't have to work with your conjunctions and your prepositions. Okay. Quite fluent, I must say. Very, very confident in your speech. Okay. And you also know your vocabulary. Like you used a very good word like bite the bullet, which means, trying to do something very difficult, right? And yeah, so the only challenge for you would be a slowly your pace has to be a little bit slow because you have to take into consideration that you're talking to another person, and the another person may not be able to absorb all, or may not be able to imbibe all the things that you have said. Okay, so taking into that consideration, you have to be a little bit slow. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
am I is my pace good?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can understand. Okay.
You
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all the information that you're trying to go, that has to be registered to other person. Today, maybe because you're with a tutor, you may be like able to, speak very well. Okay. But for other people, maybe if you're trying to just have a general conversation also, sometimes speaking too fast may just throw them off guard. Okay. So that is why it is important to work on your pace. It's definitely important.
And what happens, no, when you ask some casual questions, right, at that point of time, I'm able to open up a lot. But yeah, when given a topic, then I just fumble a lot. Yeah, because I don't have that kind of vocab. So that's why I just try to prepare the topic and trying to learn that vocab or idioms, okay, required for that session. And that is why I just prepare and just trying to have that kind of, because sometimes the session notes are given, but the tutor asks different questions related to the same topic as well. Right? They also know that these guys have prepared, and they ask similar questions, or sometimes they also tell us that you can use this idiom, this vocab. So I learned a lot about that topic as well.
Right. Are you enjoying the process, but in your
Yes, yes,
situation?
ma'am. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm enjoying the process, and yeah, it's a really great guidance, and I'm just improving day by day. I must say that, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, that is lovely to hear.
And cherry on the cake, ma'am, you have just given a lot of good advice today, ma'am. I will definitely try to implement that.